And he's met with a foul. Looks like they credited that one to Khalil Turner. And we're going to see Michael Eisler at the free throw line.
I like that, Scott. They've attacked the basket on multiple possessions straight now, and you're only going to get rewarded when attacking the rim. Free throws and high percentage shots. That's what I like to see.
It's fun to see this kind of basketball. Just one three-pointer attempted so far in the opening 4 minutes. Nice and old school.
That really shows me neither of these teams are settling. They know what they want, and we're not going to allow the defense to get them to take shots they're not wanting to take.
At the free throw line right now is Michael Eisler, sophomore from Albany, Georgia. Shooting 75% from the line this season in just 3 games. Here comes a second. Boom, 2 for 2. That's how you get your points. Tallahassee leads this one 6-1. Just a 1-pointer and a free throw from Miami-Dade.
We have a full court trap.
Turner up to DeMonte Brown. And another miss for Miami-Dade. And that ball will be out on Tallahassee. Trying to get the rebound. Couldn't quite get it. Ball went out of bounds. They reset the shot clock, and now it's Alex Sanchez on the throw-in.
He's going to have to throw the ball over some long arms at only 5'9". Oh, but he gets it in.
Khalil Turner failed to make an easy layup. Turner for 3. No good, just short. Off the rim. And here comes Tallahassee in a fast break. Loses the ball. And Miami-Dade able to recover on that fast break attempt. Sanchez out to Turner once more. Turner at the line. Pass to Joseph. Back out to Sanchez. Here he comes to the basket, driving in. No good, rebounded by Joseph. And another miss for Miami-Dade. Tallahassee taking advantage of the rebounding so far.
Sanchez had a clear lane to the rim, but a good contest by Tallahassee to get him to miss that.
7 rebounds for Tallahassee so far. They are out-rebounding the Sharks big time. And Greg, that's the area that Dade struggles in when they lose games. You know, if you can't win that rebounding battle, it's gonna be tough on yourself.
Not even just them. In general, rebounding is one of the biggest aspects of basketball. Rebounds and turnovers. You look at that stat sheet, regardless of whoever's playing, it can give you a good idea of who won.
Just checking in with us, 15 minutes remaining here in this first half of play. The Tallahassee Eagles lead this one 6-1. Here they come offensively.
Ooh, a nice block shot by Miami-Dade.
Nice block shot indeed. Looks like that time it was Chandler Mack. Excuse me, it was DeMonte Brown for Miami-Dade. And here come the Sharks. Turner.
Khalil Turner, a high point I want to point out tonight. One of the best players on the team, a nice drop-off pass.
Joseph Sanchez. Good coverage by Tallahassee, and Joseph loses possession once more. The defense so far from the Eagles has been really stellar. You can tell they are using their size to their advantage. You look at it on the court, Miami's looking up to these guys.
Miami looks like they've been pressured a lot this game. Not being able to hold on to the ball, defensively being pressed hard. They don't get this under wraps. Turnover is going to be crazy by the end of this game.
Miami-Dade yet to make a basket from the field.
Still at 1 point, 6-1.
Just
Tallahassee.
1 point from the free throw line. 6 attempts for Miami. They have made none of them so far. On the season, though, from the field, Miami-Dade is shooting 46% and 32 from 3. At the free throw line, caught a nice 69%.
They're almost a 50% shooting team. This is so unlike them to miss this many straight attempts. I expect for this to change in the soon in the next couple of minutes.
Yeah, you look at the turnovers for Miami-Dade, just 9 turnovers a game in just the 3 games they've played. They're about to cross that marker this afternoon, so they really got to change things up. And after our break, here comes Tallahassee. Chandler Mack with a pass out. Here's Caleb Wallace. Gets it back out to Cathy. in the paint, nearly intercepted by Dade, and it goes out. They call it out on the Eagles.
I really like the hustle I saw from Anthony Davis Jr. At only being 6'2", he was guarding a man that was at least 6'8", and it did not allow him to catch that ball in the post.
Once again, we're going to see the Sharks trying to make their first basket of the afternoon. Turner, pass out, and another turnover. They call it out on Miami-Dade. Turnover after turnover after turnover, Greg. It's been a lot of deja vu out here. But it looks like they changed their ruling to give it to the Sharks.
Lucky for them. Alex Sanchez.
Here comes Dade in the basket, and up and over. He aired it.
Tallahassee in transition, finds an open shooter.
Here they go for three. Boom! Makes it in. And Tallahassee has their first three-pointer of the game. They lead this one 9-1. Isaiah Kirby on to make that time. Here in the 13th minute. Miami-Dade down 8 points. Turner for three. No bueno. Tally on a fast break. Thomas passes out to Kathy. Up in the air. Whistle blown.
I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't like that possession by Miami. Khalil Turner is only a 30% three-point shooter, and to take a contested three at the top of the key, that's not the best shot you can get for that possession.
Well, so far, Greg, it's become clear that Khalil Turner is their best player on the court. He's yet to sub out. The ball is in his hands on every offensive possession. It's been very important, but Tallahassee has taken advantage of that, and offensively, they've been a lot better, and they're taking advantage of the fast breaks. Kathy. Over to Hampton. Tallahassee sharing the rock. It's been really effective so far here this afternoon. Here's Kathy for three. No good. Miami-Dade can't get a rebound. Got the rebound before the shot clock expires for three. And Miami-Dade with the rebound. Here they go on a fast break, their first of the day. No good, rejected. Caleb Wallace.
Tallahassee did a great job getting back defensively, not allowing a free lane to the rim.
Whistle blown.
Out of
that'll
bounds.
Stop the clock. He went out of bounds that time. Let's talk about the rejection, the block by Caleb Wallace. Wow.
That was amazing. To turn the ball over and to get back and hustle like that, that really shows someone's will to win, not to give up on a play. That could have been an easy 2 buckets. You could have let that go. But he said, not today.
Now Miami-Dade trailing this one 9-1. Still yet to make a basket. Alex Sanchez up court. Passed out to DeMonte Brown. Brown driving in. Out to Turner. Here comes Turner. And he gets in. Finally, the first bucket made for the Miami-Dade Sharks.
That was a tough finish by Khalil Turner. He looked like he was going up to jam that, but when he got to the rim, he lost it a little bit. That man went up with violence.
He went up with a point to prove. And now Turner will step to the line again. He gets the and one. 1 for 2 from the line today. No, gets it in. And now the Sharks cut the lead to 5. Hampton out to Wallace, back to Kathy. Here comes Wallace, inside, up and over. Whistle blown, he draws the foul.
Looks like a foul on Khalil Turner. He bumped him a little bit with the right shoulder.
Fouls on number 2, Khalil Turner.
It's Khalil Turner's second foul today. How often do you see one of the players wiping the floor themselves?
I don't see that ever. Usually, where are the people who sweep the sweat up?
Let's meet Caleb Wallace at the free throw line. 6'6" guard out of Atlanta, Georgia. Started 4 games last year at Carson Newman University, where he averaged 7.7 points a game.
I mean, in basketball doesn't work out for Chris Hampton. Wiping up sweat isn't too bad. You get paid pretty good for that in the NBA.
Hey, 80 grand a year. Can't complain, Greg. Another whistle blown. If you're just tuning in here, this is the Florida JUCO Shootout live from Melbourne, Florida. Here on the call, it's the captain, Scott Kirk, alongside my broadcast partner, Greg Hughes. Currently in action is the Tallahassee Community College Eagles against the Miami-Dade Sharks. The Eagles lead this one by a score of 9-4. 12:07 on the clock.
Khalil Turner's finally getting a rest, sitting down for the first time in this one.
Here comes Wallace. Pass out the 3 marker. Wallace again. Wallace with it. Shot clock running down. Long pass out. Byron Smith for 3, and he drains it. Chandler Mack with a nice bucket from the distance.
Bro, that's surprising. Chandler Mack is only a 14% three-point shooter coming into today. So leaving him in the corner is what you want him to do and take open threes.
Every once in a while, you get a green. It's the way it works. Now Miami-Dade trying to respond. Sanchez going inside. Passed out to Ivakovic. And there's a bucket drive from Miami-Dade. Luka Ivakovic.
That was an amazing drive and kick by Alex Sanchez and not settling. He drove to the rim, found an open man.
Best possession I've seen so far from Dade. And the Eagles. Here they come. Here's Mack. Up and in. No good. Ball stuck at the basket. Checking in for Miami-Dade, number 21. You see the big man crossing the court right now. It's Luka Ivakovic from Serbia. 6'7" guy. His previous school was Monroe Junior College. He's a nice asset on the floor. A guy who get you some rebounds. He's got size and, more importantly, some strength, Greg.
Serbia. Yeah, that really goes to show that the game of basketball is going global. Not just Americans are playing this game. I love to see international people not from America coming in and enjoying this great game that we've created.
Well, you know, Alex Sanchez with it. He's from Spain. He's able to recover. Sanchez with a pass out to Kubilian. Inside. Driving, no good. Tallahassee on a fast break. It's their 5th one today. Inside and good.
Good finish by Derico Williams.
Derico
I like that.
Williams from Kingston, North Carolina.
Used his body at 6'8", lowered the left shoulder and finished with the right hand.
It's what you want to see. Matthew Corey inside. No good, gets his own rebound. Corey. For 3. No bueno. Rebounded by Dade. And right there, Anthony Davis with the second chance points. The height on that one.
You got to do better boxing out, Tallahassee. You can't allow teams to get offensive rebounds and convert off of them, especially at that. You got to grab boards.
Tallahassee leads this one 14-8. And right there is Smith for 3. And another three-pointer made that time. Chandler Mack.
Goodness. 2 threes from a man that's 14% from 3 this year?
14% from 3. Doesn't matter to him. He gets a steal. Here comes Chandler Mack inside. 1-on-1. Whistle blown. Great couple seconds for Chandler Mack.
Now that right there, Scott, is what I call a two-way player. We just saw this man hit a three-pointer, come back on the defensive side of the ball, and get a turnover, causing a steal and getting to the line.
Chandler Mack to the line.
6 fouls this afternoon for Miami-Dade, just 3 for Tallahassee. Chandler Mack at the free throw line this season, 78% in just 3 games. And that's exactly why. We'll see DeMonte Brown check in for the Sharks, coming in for Alex Sanchez.
Even though Chandler Mack's percentages aren't that high when he shoots, his form is really good. I don't have a big issue when I'm watching his form shooting the ball, but it's only been 3 games, so maybe he's just had an off couple of nights. Those percentages should raise it.
After that possession, Tallahassee has raised the lead to 19-8. 11-point gain for the Eagles. Here comes Miami-Dade. It's Davis with it. Pulling up for three. No good. Gets his own rebound inside and finishes.
Anthony Davis.
Anthony Davis there, recovering his own points.
That's back-to-back possessions. Tallahassee gave up an offensive rebound and a putback.
Now Tallahassee is met by some man-on-man defense from the Sharks. Pulling up, jumper, good. Nice job, nice post work from Michael Eisler.
We just saw this man drive to the rim and finish, and now a little jumper from the right side.
And there's Brown with a bucket of his own.
Brown.
The Sharks are now trying to respond.
That was great IQ by Brown by not forcing himself to the rim and settling for a floater, because he would have continued to have got a charge.
Derico Williams coming inside. Here he comes. Oh! Misses the dunk. Ball tipped off the hands of Anthony Davis, and it goes out of bounds. Derico Williams, heck of a try to finish with authority, but nothing doing there. We're going to see a throw-in from Tallahassee. They lead this one 21-12. Smith. Pass out to Williams. Williams pulling up for a jumper and airs it. Whistle blown here. 7 minutes, 42 seconds left in this first half of play. The Tallahassee Eagles lead it 21-12. 3 fouls for them so far. They've played a pretty clean game defensively, Greg.
Derico Williams getting to the line now. That dunk that he attempted earlier, no foul call, but he made sure he's getting to the line with that jumper he just took.
Williams drains it. Yeah, Derico Williams, a guy 6'8", plenty of size from Kinston, North Carolina. Transfer from UNC Greensboro. So far in 3 games, 11.5 points, 63% from the line.
Now, Scott, it's 81% from the line and 63% from the field as a whole.
You're right. Thought it was a little too small for me.
To be that big and to convert on free throws, that's an advantage. You need big men that can also shoot.
That's what you want. And here comes Miami-Dade. Corey with it. Passed out to Ivakovic. No good. Tallahassee recovering on a fast break. Intercepted, and it's Corey. Matthew Corey. For 3. No good. Rebound by Brown and rejected. Michael Eisler on the block.
Miami let Tallahassee off the hook with that. You got a turnover and settled for a 3-point shot, and you did not attack the rim.
Great point there, Greg. It's what you like to see, and that's why Tallahassee has the lead right now, 23-12. Miami-Dade just hasn't been there on the offensive side of the court.
Luckily, they did grab the offensive rebound and got to the free throw line, but when you get turnovers and you're in transition, you would like to attack the basket.
It's what you want to see, and you see it right there on the Miami-Dade bench. Coach Fernandez, George Fernandez, DJ Fernandez, Thomas Roque, talking to their guys, trying to get a better game plan going. Still plenty of clock left, 7 minutes left in the first half. Got a whole other half to play. In the second, there's time, but you got to find a way to get back into it. And right there, it's a missed free throw opportunity from DeMonte Brown. He goes 1 for 2 from the line.
Miami's already down double digits. You're going to start to get out of control. Turnovers as well as not hitting free throws, that continues. This lead is going to get even higher.
Tallahassee. Here they come inside. Pass out to Williams. Driving in, loses it. Miami-Dade gets the possession. Back and forth we go. Tallahassee gets it back. Shot clock expiring on him, and the Sharks will get the ball back.
That's what I like to see. A turnover, previous possession, and then you allow the team to settle for a shot clock violation. Great defensively by Miami-Dade.
Miami-Dade starting to get some momentum here. They were a little slow to start, but they've been really picking up the pace.
And I mentioned this earlier, Scott. This is the second time now that Tallahassee did not put up a shot and got a shot clock violation. Even if the clock is about to run out, at least put something up at the rim. No shot at all. You cannot settle for those.
Hey, Greg, great observations. I mean, definitely right. If shot clock is expiring, you can't get nothing done. Got to pay attention for that clock.
Looks
Gotta be
like we
wary
have a
of
sweat stain down here.
Again, I'm not really used to the referees wiping up the sweat on the floor.
I said sweat stain. I meant sweat mark.
Tallahassee on a throw-in. Hampton out to Smith. Smith driving inside. Up and over the Miami defense. Nice, easy layup for Byron Smith that time. 25-12 Tallahassee. Ivakovic for three. No good. Rebounded by Tallahassee. Smith over to Thomas.
Derrick Williams is just in the post, calling for it again.
Anthony Thomas going inside. Here he comes. And a rebound by Derrico Williams, who gives him the second chance.
I just mentioned Derrico Williams. That man has been a monster in the paint. Miami has not been able to control or contain that man.
At all, Greg, at all. The Sharks trying to get some momentum back, but Tallahassee is not letting up. They've got a grip on them defensively and offensively, and they are not letting go of their throats.
I don't see Miami at all being able to stop Derrico Williams with Miami's big man out until January. Someone like Marco Downer, Miami's big man, he would be a great matchup to stop Derrico. They have no answer for him.
Horton has checked back in the game for Miami. DeMonte Brown over the corner. Coming inside, here comes Brown. Pass out. Kubilian over to Anthony Davis for three. No good. Rebounded by Tallahassee. Another miss for the Sharks. That's 5 in a row on a fast break. Tallahassee for three. Back-to-back misses for both teams here.
DeMonte Brown slowing down the pace really quick, getting into an offensive set, just not pushing the pace really hard.
And now James Horton with it. He's got the ball. Some fresh green kicks on him as well. One of the faster guys in this team. His nickname is Speedy, per Coach Fernandez.
Chandler Mack was really pressuring James Horton on that possession. He got right up into him, did not give him any space with the ball. I like defensive players that are hard-nosed, get up in you and make you work.
It's a good observation right there, Greg. And Tallahassee to get that ball back now. Slowing down the pace is Chris Hampton with it. Sharing the rock. Gets it out to Caleb Wallace. He's checked back in. Whistle blown, and the Sharks are going to get the ball back.
Caleb Wallace clearly thought that Chandler was cutting, but Chandler was not paying attention. Always keep your head up.
Davis. No good. Rebounded again from Tallahassee. That pass way off the mark and out of bounds. Nearly hit Coach Fernandez on the bench. But, you know, you look at the rebounding numbers so far for Tallahassee. They're in the double digits. Miami-Dade hasn't even hit that mark yet. If you don't get the turnovers, Greg, what can you do?
Nothing. Nothing at all. And we just saw back-to-back turnovers by Tallahassee as well. That's the only way that Miami's going to be able to come back in this game. Causing turnovers and grabbing rebounds.
Here comes Horton. All by himself. Shares it. Ivakovic over to Anthony Davis. Kubilian for three. Off the mark. Ivakovic tried to get the rebound. Falls flat. And it looks like Miami-Dade has recovered the ball.
I understand that Girardi there had the advantage with the size advantage and he shot over him, but still that's a contested three in a game like this when you're down 15. That's not a great shot to take.
Horton on a throw-in. The 5'10 guard looking for someone. It's Ivakovic. Davis gives it to Horton. Horton takes his time, driving in. Pass out to Davis. Sharing the rock we go. And another miss for Dade. Whistle's blown here.
Miami-Dade is going to have to get something going offensively. attacking the rim. They've got to the foul line repeatedly, but they've taken a couple jump shots, haven't got them to go, so settling for jump shots, we're not going to have to do that anymore. The only way they're going to get back into it is turnovers, causing turnovers, which they've done to Tallahassee multiple times. But on a couple turnovers, they've settled for jump shots. Turn the ball over. That's great. But attack the basket. Why are you allowing the other team?
Another miss from the free throw line for the Sharks. The Sharks 50% from the free throw line this afternoon. As Tallahassee with possession. Smith, jumper, off the mark. Miami-Dade with the rebound. The lead is yet to change. Tallahassee took it and they haven't looked back. They lead this one 27-13. Horton over to DeMonte Brown.
Looks like we have a blocking foul. Tallahassee ball.
Blocking foul. That time called on what looked like it was Horton.
Yeah, when you set a screen, you got to stay still. You can't move on a screen.
And now Tally with it. Hampton to the corner. Hits Wallace for three. In and out of the basket it goes.
Even though that was a miss, Chris Hampton, finding him in the open corner, that was great vision. He missed the shot, but that's a great look.
Great job indeed. It was Caleb Wallace on the attempt. Foul drawn to Arol Cole.
6'10"?
6'10" from South Sudan. We saw him in warm-ups. That's the bull guy we were talking about, Greg.
Very tall, lanky, adds a presence defensively. Miami driving to the paint. It's going to be tough getting over that man right there.
Miami-Dade, Vakovic, shot rejected.
Oh my goodness. Forget about him. Number 12, Chris Hampton. He'll protect the rim for you. That was an amazing block.
The height on that fella doesn't even add up to a Vakovic, but he was able to get the block nonetheless. Great air that time by Chris Hampton, and once again, Tallahassee with the ball on their side of the court.
Chris Hampton at the line, but this kid today, in the short minutes we've played hard, as well as, what's my other man's name, Chandler Mack. Both of those guards defensively get into their opponent and do not allow any airspace. If you have the ball, they're getting into your chest.
3 minutes left here in the first half of play. Tallahassee leads this one 29-13. The Miami-Dade Sharks have not bitten at all.
Playing hard and physical defensively, it makes sense. I just noticed it looks as if he has the Kobe's on. Chris Hampton with the Kobe's. That Mamba mentality, Scott.
Miami-Dade's yet to bring that. They trail 29-13. Horton. Pass out to Corey. Here's Vakovic. Moving in. Takes his time. Jumper. Another miss for the Sharks. Rebound. Second chance points off the mark. And they get the whistle.
Luka Vakovic is not very fast, but he clearly got to his spot on that possession and got an open mid-range jumper. He just couldn't convert, but he got to his spot, and it was an open, high-percentage shot, not very highly contested.
At the line for Miami-Dade, Gerardi Culiban. From Maracaibo, Venezuela. He's averaging about 13 minutes a game on the team this year. Hasn't really made too much of an impact offensively, but with, as the season progresses, Miami-Dade hopes to give this kid and bring out the talent that they know they have in him.
He's averaging about 13 minutes per game, so he's not getting a bunch of run, but in the minutes he does play, he's trying to give a lot of effort and energy.
Lucky break for Dade. The basket ends up falling in. And now Tallahassee taking their time. Caleb Wallace. Pass out. Whistle blown. And they're going to give a foul to number 21 from Miami-Dade, Luka Vakovic. And once again, Tallahassee will pull up to the line. Derico Williams. 81% from the line this season.
That's so out of character for a man that shoots 81%. You expect for him to knock down the free throw every time he goes. This second one, he's definitely going to be cashed. This is money right here. Watch this guy.
All right, Greg, I'm going to hold you to it.
Get the form right. Cash.
That's what you like to see. Greg Hughes, my broadcast partner, alongside me, the captain Scott Kirk, for this game. 2 minutes, 20 seconds left in the first half. Miami-Dade trails 30-16. Matthew Corey up court. Here comes Dade. And they nail their second consecutive basket. It's the first time they've done that all afternoon, and they go back-to-back on offensive possessions.
Hopefully that'll continue so they can make this a less than a double-digit deficit they're facing right now. Miami down 12 against Tallahassee.
Failed to get the rebound, but they hold on to it. Girardi Coulibaly, nice job hanging on in possession of the basketball. And now here comes Dade. Anthony Davis with some nice moves. Davis for three. No bueno. Davis loses the rock, and now here comes Talley on a fast break.
That's not going to count. There was a foul in the backcourt before that ball went up.
Just about to say foul, so erase that marker. A minute 33 left here in the first half.
But again, Scott, Anthony Davis, turnover. How many times have we said today that turnovers are going to be a key if they're going to win this game? They can't allow themselves to turn the ball over as much as they've been doing this first half.
Turnovers in the double digits for Miami this afternoon. Compared to Tallahassee, they've been able to stay under 10. Tallahassee has won both the rebounding battle and the turnover battle. That was the reason why Miami-Dade lost yesterday against an undefeated Santa Fe team. We're seeing similar shades to that. Matthew Corey with a pass out to Anthony Davis. Looks like he lost the rock there. Some good defense from Tallahassee.
That was a smart move by Anthony Thomas. He tried to swipe the ball off of the other opponent when it went out of bounds, but to no avail.
No avail indeed, but it definitely gave a scoop to Dade. Davis with it. Here he comes. Matthew Corey. Back out to Davis. He hits Sanchez. Sanchez loses it, gets it back. Coulibaly loses it.
Ooh.
Passed it right to the other team. It was Byron Smith he gave it to, but he couldn't hold on. Lots of butterfingers here on this court.
Miami-Dade, again, has had multiple possessions where it could have been a turnover, but luckily it did not. Stuff like that is not going to keep going your way. Luck can only get you so far.
Matthew Corey. Out to Horton. Here comes Sanchez. Yet another foul drawn. A minute 2 left here in the first half. 1 minute, 2 seconds left. Current scores, Tallahassee Community College Eagles are up 32-16 on Miami-Dade College.
You see Coach George Fernandez from Miami talking to his big man Byron Smith. My apologies, guard, not big man Byron Smith. He's trying to make a presence clear. We need to fix some things up. He doesn't like what he's seeing.
Miami-Dade was able to draw the foul on that last possession. Alex Sanchez was at the line. He was able to give him some points. Here comes his second attempt. No good. Off the rim. And another missed opportunity for Miami-Dade. Tallahassee slowing down the pace as time winds down here in the first half. Just about under 50 seconds left.
Looks like they're going to go back to Derrick Williams in the post. No, Miami shut that down. They double-teamed him.
Shot clock down, but JUCO Williams able to make it with 5 seconds left on the shot clock.
That's the second time JUCO Williams has pulled up for a jumper, first on the right wing, now on the left. It doesn't matter which side, that man is going to get it done.
Tallahassee feeling it, but Miami-Dade feeling it as well. They get the rebound for a second chance, and Coulibaly draws the and one. 22 seconds left in the first half here.
Teams 10.
Miami-Dade's in serious danger of the momentum, drastically turning toward the favor of Tallahassee. It gets to a point where there's no way back, Greg.
Well, I really hope this right here, this and one possession for Miami that Girardi just got, switches something. Attacking the rim, convert this free throw and one play. You cut the deficit to 12 when it was 15. That's not a big change, but it's something.
Another missed free throw. Miami under 50% from the free throw line today. Up at 48% from free throw. To see a timeout with 16 seconds left in the first half. Well, we're about to get to a close here in the first half. Greg, overall takeaway, it's definitely, been a huge game for Tallahassee. They're winning the game on rebounds, turnovers, but what can Miami do to try to get back in this game in the second half?
I'm going to say, from what I've seen, Byron Smith and Chris Hampton for Tallahassee. They've been really getting into Miami's guards, forcing them into turnovers, playing them tight, pressuring them, and it seems as if Miami hasn't really got into it. They haven't settled in and got comfortable with the defense that Tallahassee's been playing. So I think they're going to need to settle down, don't force anything, and relax.
One player we haven't seen in over 12 minutes, Khalil Turner, took a rest about 12 minutes ago, has not checked in since.
I mentioned it earlier, the mask, he kept pulling it up even throughout the game. I don't know if that's gotten to him tonight because, as Coach mentioned earlier, it's one of the most talented players. You would expect to see him more in the first half.
There's the buzzer. Both teams getting ready to check in for the final 21 seconds of play in the first half.
This is probably going to be the final possession of the half, Scott.
It's an 11-point game right now. Miami-Dade's made it a little bit closer. They were in danger of making it 20 a couple minutes ago.
The way Tallahassee's been playing, I expect for them to go back to Derico Williams. This man has converted almost every time they've thrown it to him in the post or anywhere near the paint. Miami has no one to match up with him.
Tallahassee taking their time, slowing down tempo. 18 seconds and ticking here in the first half. Tallahassee. Pass out. Chandler Mack. Inside. Gets a rebound. And there is Corey on the recovery. Time expires, and that does it for the first half. Here from Titan Fieldhouse at Eastern Florida State College. It's the Florida JUCO Shootout live here in Melbourne, Florida. Tallahassee leads this one 34-23. We're going to take a small break here. It's the captain, Scott Kirk, alongside my broadcast partner, Greg Hughes. But before we do that, takeaways from the first half, Greg.
Takeaways from the first half, I saw a lot of attacking of the basket on Tallahassee's half. They attacked the basket as well as did not settle. Attacking the basket and not settling for jumpers, but defensively, they played hard. Not just offensively, they played hard on both sides of the ball. I can say the same thing for Miami. The only difference is I saw settling from time to time. Do not just take jump shots because the defense wants you to do it. Falling into the hands and the traps of what your defender wants you to do is never a good thing.
Once again, Tallahassee leads this one 34-23. This is the Florida JUCO Shootout on the Eastern Florida State College Network.
What a great half of basketball we had there today. So far, the Tallahassee Community College Eagles are leading the Miami-Dade College Sharks by a score of 34-23. So we have a very special guest here with our own very own Michelle Montaigne. The matinee and most exciting game of the night last night was Eastern State Florida College Titans defeating the Chipola College Indians by a final score of 73-71 in overtime with a game-winning buzzer beater by third-year sophomore Brody Boyer. One of the assistant men's basketball coaches for Eastern Florida State College, Dr. Lynn Cundiff, is down with our own Michelle Montaigne to talk a little bit about that exciting finish last night. Michelle?
Coach, huge win over the number 4 team last night. What did you learn about your guys last night?
Well, we learned that they have a lot of heart. We still make some mistakes, and we have room for improvement, certainly. But, we're really pleased with them overall. We played a lot of freshmen against some older guys, and we performed well for the most part. And we got enough heart. We came back 2 or 3 times when other teams wouldn't have, and so we're really happy about that.
What do you want to see in terms of development of those freshmen you played last night?
Well, first of all, I think mentally. It's not a physical thing. It's a mental thing. Can you get in the place you're supposed to be when you're supposed to be there? Because it's a team effort. And if you're not there, somebody else is waiting for you to do something that you haven't done. And so it messes up the whole offense, or especially the defense for us. We're a very complex defensive team. And when one person doesn't get in the right place, then somebody scores, and now we're all mad about something, So it's mental as much as it is physical with us.
At a tournament like this, when you get to see so many different teams, is there any player or team specifically that stood out to you that might give you trouble later on this year?
Well, we assume that we'll play Chipola again in the state tournament, and a couple of the teams here are in our league, and they're very good, and so we'll play them 2 or 3 times this year as we go along, and we'll see where we are at Christmas time after we play 8 or 10 games, and everybody does, and then we'll see how we progress. But we think our potential is pretty good.
Speaking of that potential, you mentioned the freshmen you played, but you do have 7 returners. How much potential does this team have?
Well, I think we have quite a bit, because even those 7 that came back weren't necessarily starters last year. And so we sent 5 players to D1 schools last year out of our program that started for us. And so even though these guys may have got some minutes, the load wasn't on them. Now it's on them, and we'll see how they perform. So we think we have a lot of upside left.
Well, we're excited to see them play again tonight. Thanks so much for your time, Coach.
Hey, thank you, Michelle. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Michelle, for that great interview. So we have a very interesting matchup here so far today. There was a total of 7 points in the first 6 minutes of action when TCC was leading 6-1, just about 6 minutes into the half. Some stats for you. The total field goal percentage for the visiting Miami-Dade Sharks, they were shooting 33.3% from the field. They're 0 for 7 from 3 so far today at 0%, and they're 5 for 11 at 45.5% from the free throw line. For Tallahassee, Tallahassee's total field goal percentage is 47.6%. They're shooting 10 for 21. They are shooting 500 from the 3 as well, 3 for 6. And they are 11 for 16 from the charity stripe, shooting 68.8%. So this is day 2 of the JUCO Shootout tournament. We're going to get you a little bit of a game recaps from yesterday's action in case you missed it. At 12 p.m., the Santa Fe College Saints defeated the Miami-Dade College Sharks by a final score of 78-60. The 2:30 matinee, the Florida Southwestern State Buccaneers defeated the Tallahassee Community College Eagles by a final score of 61-55. At 5 p.m., we had State College of Florida Manatee Sarasota defeating Florida State College of Jacksonville, this time by a final score of 86-51. And like I mentioned earlier, the matinee and most exciting game of the night, the Eastern State Florida College Titans defeating the Chipola College Indians by a final score of 73-71 in overtime with a game-winning buzzer beater by third-year sophomore Brody Boyer. So in case you missed that one yesterday, it was a very, very good game. So we're going to get you out to some college football scores now. It is College Football Saturday, of course, as everybody knows. So we are in the state of Florida, so let's start off with some Florida schools. Last night, the University of South Florida took on number 2 Cincinnati, and the Bearcats got a hold of them and finished them off by a final score of 45-28. South Florida put up a good fight, but ended up falling short to the number 2 Bearcats. The Florida Gators are ready to see what they both will look like coming out of the half, and it'll also be interesting to see what the coaches' messages were for both sides. You can keep it here for all the action of the rest of the day on Eastern Florida State College's YouTube live stream. We'll be streaming every single game today, with the final one being at 7:30 Eastern. So Tallahassee coming into this game 1-2. Controls their own destiny here in the second half, up 11 points on the 2-1 Miami-Dade Sharks. We have an interesting second half coming up for you on the Eastern Florida State College YouTube's live stream. We're gonna have action coming up in just about 3 minutes time. Coming up for Tallahassee, they will be playing Florida Coastal Prep on Monday at home. Then we'll take a trip to Florida State College at Jacksonville, who is also here at the JUCO Shootout. So that's going to wrap things up here for the halftime show. We have just about 2 minutes and 30 seconds left until the action resumes. We're going to get it back to Scott Kirk and Greg Hughes in the booth.
Welcome back to the Florida JUCO Shootout live here from Titan Fieldhouse in Melbourne, Florida. We are just getting ready for the second half to kick off between the Miami-Dade College Sharks and the Tallahassee Community College Eagles. If you missed the first half, here on the call, it's myself, Scott Kirk, alongside my great broadcast partner, Greg Hughes. Greg, the first half, describe it for us.
I'd like to give out a couple of first half stats that I've just picked up, and that being Miami won the rebounding battle by 2. But they lost the turnover battle. That right there, that has been the biggest reason they are behind so dramatically. A 15-point deficit at this time to Miami. My apologies to Tallahassee.
Well, you know, Greg, I don't want to have to be that guy, but, you know, sometimes stats don't tell the whole story. You know, you think about it, the final minute of the first half, Miami looked like a different team, but it was a little too late. But maybe they could try to take that momentum and put it here in the second half.
I can completely agree with that, Scott. The second part of that first half for Miami, they played completely differently. They attacked the rim more. There wasn't as many sloppy passes and turnovers. They seemed to settle a little bit more, but the half as a whole, they need to do better protecting the ball.
Yeah, currently Tallahassee leads this one 34-19 as we are getting ready to get the second half underway. Scoreboard is incorrect. It's 34-23 as here comes Tallahassee to start things off. Give it up court to Chris Hampton. Chris Hampton had a solid first half, including a great block on Anthony Davis. It's Thomas. Kicks over to Smith, back to Thomas himself, pulls up for three, and that one's good. Drains it from the distance.
Anthony Thomas, a 54% free throw shooter and a 53% three-point shooter. That does not go hand in hand. This man is a shooter from lights out deep, but from the line, not so much.
Here's Horton for Miami-Dade. Passed out to Khalil Turner. He's back. Gives it over to DeMonte Brown. Traveling foul on Miami-Dade. Give the ball back to Tallahassee. First possession for the Eagles. Looking really good. Solid three-pointer from Anthony Thomas.
James Harden is not here tonight. Does too many steps.
And Miami-Dade able to get the ball back.
I like the hustle diving to the ground. I really like the hustle.
Here's Turner. Over to Anthony Davis, and he drains it from deep. Best shot of the day from Miami-Dade.
We have a player down, Scott.
We got an injury timeout for Tallahassee. It looks like Byron Smith was down. He was really looking at that knee, hopping off the court, and hopefully he's going to be all okay.
It's really favoring that right leg. It seems to be something with a right leg injury.
And he will be out for some time. And checking in for him will be Chandler Mack. Here comes Mack. Whistle blown. They're going to give the foul to Chris Hampton, number 12. In the opening 2 minutes, offensively and defensively, Miami-Dade looking like a lot better.
We haven't seen a lot of scoring and buckets scored, but the drives to the basket are very, very bright.
Hampton over to Chandler Mack. He pulls up for three. And for the first time here in the second half, Tallahassee not able to convert. Miami-Dade. It's Horton. Spin inside the paint.
Tried to finish that with the left hand.
Rebounded by DeRico Williams, who gives it over to Thomas. Thomas takes his time, driving inside. Here he comes. Way off the mark, not even close to the rim, but he does get the foul.
That's Anthony Thomas's first time getting to the line this half. This man, like I said earlier, is only a 54% free throw shooter, but a 52% three-point shooter. That doesn't make any sense. How can you shoot that well from deep but not from the free throw line?
He's got the size. He's got some speed on him as well. We'll see how he does from the line. 1 for 1 so far. Tallahassee leading at 38-22 now. Miami-Dade's in trouble making this a 20-point deficit. It's not what you want. 18 minutes left in this ball game. You don't want to leave Melbourne going 0 for 2, Greg.
Coach Fernandez from Miami said he wants them to play hard and competitive. They've played hard, but it doesn't seem to be making any effort on the scoreboard.
Here comes Davis. Drive it in. Davis. Shot rejected. It was DeRico Williams on a fast break over to Thomas. Tallahassee up and over, no good. Rebounded by Davis. Here's Khalil Turner inside.
DeRico Williams was about to go get another one off the glass right there.
Great back and forth between the Sharks and the Eagles that time. You can definitely see the changes that Miami-Dade has made, whether it was Coach Fernandez talking to him or just some team chemistry. They're playing a lot better in this second half. First half was nearly unwatchable to see Miami-Dade.
DeRico has made his presence clear tonight, Scott. With that block we just saw from him defensively and what we saw offensively in the first half, the post touches, mid-range jumpers, he's been doing it on both ends of the court.
Khalil Turner this afternoon, 50% from the free throw line. But, you made some great points, Greg. Guys like JUCO Williams, guys like, Caleb Wallace, they've made a huge impact for Tallahassee. Without them, I don't think the game would be the same at all. It just goes to show how far depth can get you, especially at the JUCO level. Miami-Dade, extremely thin. We're seeing the same guys on the floor constantly, but on the flip side for Tallahassee, they're doing a good job of rotating. And here comes Thomas inside with a pass out to Byron Smith.
Khalil Turner with a good cutoff when that drive was attempted by number 0, Byron Smith.
JUCO Williams with a jumper. No good. And there's Turner with a rebound. He averages 7 per game, and that's his 3rd today. Turner dishes it inside to Joseph, and there's Miami-Dade.
That's what I like to see. A big forward that has the IQ of a guard. He drove to the rim and dropped that off for an easy 2 points to his teammate.
And we're going to take a quick timeout. But so far, Miami-Dade on that last possession playing some small ball, but they made it look nice and easy. Khalil Turner, he's always got the ball in his hands, but that time he shared the rock to Deshaun Joseph for a nice and easy bucket.
Khalil Turner is going to be a big piece to the comeback if Miami's going to want to win this game. He sat on the bench a lot in the first half. He didn't play much, and as one of their best players, he's going to need to play all, if not most, of this half.
A quick disclaimer, tonight's telecast of the Florida JUCO Shootout from Titan Fieldhouse in Melbourne, Florida is a presentation of EFSC Sports, and a rebroadcast or other use of the telecast without the express written consent of EFSC Sports is prohibited. So don't break the law, kids. We will find you. All joking. We're all joking here. Here comes Tallahassee on the throw. Hampton, pass out to Smith. Pulling up for 3 from deep, no good. And there's Khalil Turner with another rebound on a fast break, taking his time.
He did an amazing job hedging off that defender by keeping him on his hip.
Demonte Brown misses his 3-point attempt, and it's rebounded by Byron Smith. Looks like Miami-Dade is going to try to pull up from deep. Their last 3 shots have been from that range. And it's Thomas. Drains a jumper.
Anthony Thomas is having an amazing second half to start.
6'7" guard from Silver Springs, Maryland. We'll see how he does on defense as James Horton takes it up court for Miami-Dade. Here's Turner inside. Finishes but can't get the job done. And Tallahassee on a fast break. Caleb Wallace inside. And he can't drain it either. And they give a foul. That time it looks like Demonte Brown from Miami-Dade.
That was an amazing, amazing defense by JUCO Williams. I know Khalil got right to the rim, but JUCO Williams' presence alone made him change his shot attempt. Because if you notice, Khalil went up for a dunk, and then right when he raised to his peak, he shifted to a layup attempt because of the size presence of JUCO Williams.
JUCO Williams, a huge threat for Tallahassee. And that's the reason why they've been in every game so far this season. You mentioned it earlier, Greg. They've only lost games by under 10 points. They have not been blown out at all this season. And so far, we are, heading for a territory of a Miami-Dade blowout. The score right now is 41-27 as we await the second free throw from Horton. He drains it.
Very true, Scott. Tallahassee, every single game that they have lost, like you mentioned, has been by less than double digits. If this team loses, which it does not look like it's going this way this year, it's going to be competitive. Win, lose, or draw, they're giving 100% effort every night. You're not walking out of this gym with an easy W against Tallahassee.
Yeah, and for Miami, they came to the Florida JUCO Shootout in Melbourne with a record of 2-0, lost their first game yesterday, and they're in danger of dropping back to 500 at 2-2. You don't want to lose that momentum. Could be so draining for a team to make the trip up north, 3.5 hours on the east coast of Florida, then make that drive all the way back down to Miami. I've done it. When you got stuff on your mind, it's tough to clear your head.
You can clearly see they came up here with a purpose, like you said, to drive 3 hours and to lose them. No, they're playing hard with a lot of energy. I brought this up in the first half, and I'm going to bring them up again. Byron Smith and Caleb Wallace for Tallahassee been hard-nosed, pressing the guards of Miami.
Well, for an outstanding educational opportunity, consider Eastern Florida State College. Students benefit from a small class sizes and personalized instruction. There are 60 new programs, including bachelor degrees, associate degrees, college certificates, and online courses, Greg. You got to discover Eastern Florida State College. It's a great place to be. It's a great place to be.
I should have looked into going to that college when I was looking for a degree.
Hey, it's beautiful here at the Titan Fieldhouse. A great space, nice and air-conditioned. Basketball court as smooth as butter. Not a speck of dust on that. And now after the timeout break, here comes Miami-Dade. James Horton taking his time. 16 minutes remain here in the second half. Pass out. Devontae Brown inside. Calling a violation on Dade. Or I believe it was on Tallahassee.
You had to call a violation. That man was sitting right in the paint trying to stop Khalil Turner from posting up. He's just too big. Khalil at his size, with the defender that was on him, that would have been easy basket.
You see Fortney, number 22, trying to use his size to his advantage for a smaller James Foreman. Now here comes Dade. Brown. Pass out to the left. It's Horton. Shot clock ticking here.
They need to put something up.
Horton with a jumper from the line. No good. Second chance. No chance.
Like I said in the first half, you got to put something up before the shot clock violation.
Fortney inside, making moves. Not able to get it in, though. Tallahassee with their own rebound. Caleb Wallace for three. No good. Inside again. How about a third chance for points? Byron Smith for a three-pointer. And finally, Miami-Dade able to get a rebound.
Just because it's open doesn't always mean you have to take it. A lot of these guys are not great three-point shooters but are settling for it. I understand you're open, but you can still drive to the basket.
Well, Greg, on the flip side of that, it is 41-28. Maybe it's time to test out your jump shot. Here comes Brown. Pass out. It's Joseph. Intercepted by Byron Smith. Here they come on the fast break. The Eagles inside. And the whistle is blown to stop the fast break.
That was a very sloppy pass on Miami's way. Byron Smith was sitting there the whole time. That was not a hard pass to pick off.
He was looking like a safety. You know, shades of Ed Reed, just looking at the passer's eyes and just takes advantage. Tallahassee with possession. Fortney. Pass out to Hampton. Another whistle blown, and it looks like Miami-Dade's going to get the ball back. And we're seeing a lot more fouls called on Tallahassee than we did in the first half. Could they be getting sloppy here, Greg?
Number 23 by Deshaun Joseph. We can't afford to allow themselves to get into foul trouble.
Here come the Sharks. Khalil Turner with it. Turner going inside. Makes some moves. And drains the bucket. There's the Khalil Turner we're used to seeing, Greg.
Again, Khalil Turner, he pulled up his mask on that possession. Almost every time he shot, even went to the free throw line, he takes his mask off.
On defense, it's up right now. But here comes Caleb Wallace. He had an open shot. He comes inside, takes it instead, and it's no good. Rebounded by Deshaun Joseph.
Khalil's mask, I think, is really bothering him tonight.
Horton pulling up for three. Got the range, but just a little short. Tallahassee with the rebound. Here they come on a fast break. Byron Smith over to the left side. Wallace comes in. Foul called. Miami-Dade excited about that one. The bench is coming alive. Could they have a chance here? Only down 11, 13 minutes, and some change left in the second half.
These are the possessions you need to convert on. You stop Tallahassee from scoring. Now you need to convert on the other end. Cut into this lead.
And it looks like Turner's going to be fouled. And momentum is surely shifting here.
Foul on number 12, Chris Hampton.
What looked like a potential blowout is now turning, hopefully, into a game again. If they can score here, they'll cut this to a single-digit deficit.
Brown over to Turner. Hits Horton. There's Anthony Davis. He comes inside. Davis with a floater. No bueno, but gets it back. Second chance points. Can't do it. goes out of bounds.
I love what I'm seeing defensively from Miami right now. They've stopped Tallahassee from scoring on almost all the possessions they've started off in the second half, but they're not able to convert offensively. As great as you are defensively, if you're not scoring, you're not going to win any games.
And now Tallahassee inside. Caleb Wallace, and he gets rejected.
Deshaun
like he did in
Joseph.
high school. Here comes Deshaun Joseph inside. No good. Another miss from Miami-Dade. That's back-to-back possessions for him without a shot made. Wallace redeems himself as he pulls up for three.
Three-pointer, Caleb Wallace.
Miami could be down 8 right now, but now they're down 14 due to the fact they could not score in their last 2-3 possessions.
Horton now from deep, and he's able to drain it in. James Horton,
Three-pointer, James Horton.
Miami, Florida native.
Great response. Back-to-back threes from Tallahassee and Miami.
Caleb Wallace with a three of his own. Can't hit the mark, though. And now Miami on a fast break. DeMonte Brown. Out to Khalil Turner. Brown open in the corner. Rebounded by Tallahassee. And now they slow down the pace. Byron Smith up court. Tallahassee leads at 44-33, 11-point advantage. Smith inside. And he gets the and one.
If you notice, Scott, he called for the screen on the left, faked left, went right. Oh, my God, that was an amazing move. And finished with the left hand. For a right-handed player, that's impressive.
Got to give credit where it's due. Tallahassee responding very, very nicely to what Miami-Dade has brought them. But it's very, very interesting to see what Coach George Fernandez for the Sharks has done with this Sharks team. First half did not come out to play. They look like a completely different team here in the second half, and it's very interesting to look at, Greg. But with a guy like George Fernandez in his tenure, you know, ACC Assistant of the Year with the University of Miami, coach at Marshall helped them reach their first Conference USA championship, head coach at the Doral Academy helped them win multiple state and regional titles. He knows what he's doing.
Scott, I'm going to say it again. You look at Khalil. He's pulled his mask up again.
Khalil goes inside, but even with a mask off, he can't drain it. And Tallahassee on a fast break nails it in. Chandler Mack. And Miami-Dade now losing some momentum. Matthew Corey.
Here's the biggest deficit that Miami's seen tonight, down 16.
Down 16, but DeMonte Brown able to save it. Hits Horton. Corey in the corner. No good. Rebounded by Khalil Turner. And Tallahassee's going to get the ball back.
Foul on number 2, Khalil Turner.
Foul on Khalil Turner. That's his third one today.
He went up for the rebound and seen me pushed off a little bit. No, you can't be too physical.
Miami-Dade, it might be too little too late for him. 11 minutes left here in the second half. They are down 16. Smith for three, and he drains it. And now Tallahassee is on fire.
Down
3 for 3 on their last possession.
Down 19 now, almost 20 points down. If they don't score in this next possession, I can see a timeout being called by Miami. This lead is getting ridiculous.
As he attempts to pass for Casper the Ghost, nobody's home. And now, timeout called, Miami.
What I tell you, Scott, we got to talk this over.
Quite the run we've seen from Miami, despite them being down 19 points now. A couple minutes ago, it was a 9-point game.
A 9-point game to now down 19. That's a 10-0 run by Tallahassee. They've hit open threes, attacked the rim, got an and one conversion by Byron Smith. He scored 5 of the 10 points in this run. At 6'4", he's a pretty big guard, and it allows him to get to the rim with pretty much ease. You can't put a big man in front of him. He's going to blow by, but if you put a guard on him, most guards are not as big as him, so he has a size advantage.
The size for Tallahassee has played a huge factor in their lead right now. You see it when they're playing defense. It's hard for the guys at Miami-Dade to get past them. They're just so physical. I mean, you got guys like number 33 for the Eagles who just checked in, Aurel Cole. I mean, he's huge.
He's 6'10", the biggest man out there.
6'10", Aurel Cole from South Sudan.
Him and Derico Williams, both on the Eagles, they have the two biggest players on the field. I mean, court today. My apologies, Scott. Court, we're not playing football. I mean, field.
And now Byron Smith with it. Pass out to Chandler Mack. Mack digs it to Kathy. We haven't seen him in a while. Here's Kathy. Inside. Nice defense from Sanchez, but maybe a little too nice as he draws a foul.
You're going to have to control yourself. Again, Tallahassee getting to the line. The Eagles are getting whatever they want offensively tonight in this second half.
Everything so far this afternoon has gone in favor of Tallahassee. Funny enough that it's Miami-Dade and Tallahassee, because later at 3:30 this afternoon, the University of Miami will be playing another school in Tallahassee that we call FSU in Tallahassee. This game's in Melbourne, though. But so far, Tallahassee has the advantage, so hopefully, not a spoiler of what's to come on the football game.
He converted on both free throws. It has now become a 20-plus point deficit.
Miami trailing at their biggest deficit today. Sanchez has nowhere to go, and they're going to call him for traveling.
We've seen miracles in the past, Scott, but turnovers like this, careless turnovers. You can't afford that.
It's not the way you want to start a comeback. Miami-Dade down 20-plus. 10 minutes remaining here in the second half. Here comes Kathy. Pass out. Ball awarded to Miami-Dade.
Drove to the rim and tried to pass mid-air, but a charge. He ran right into Khalil Thomas.
Give him the charge.
Khalil Turner, my apologies, not Thomas.
And now checking in for Miami-Dade, Girardi Couliban. And they dig it out to Horton.
We're going to need to see something here. Open shot, drive to the basket, get something started. Change momentum.
Oh, and his shot was way off the mark. I believe number 33, O'Roll Cole for Tallahassee, had a hand on it, and that played a factor in the shot. I think Coach Fernandez is playing for possibly a goaltending. Miami-Dade gets the ball back, though, and Sanchez gets it up and over. Corey over to Horton.
Khalil Turner calling
Finds
for
Turner.
it.
Corey in the corner. Hand in his face, but no problem. He drains the three.
Good swing to the corner out of the post.
Nice tempo set for Miami-Dade, but now Tallahassee controlling things, slowing it down. Inside we go. There's Cole up and over, and he makes it look so easy.
And he's a big man for a reason, Scott. Throw it to the post, a little hook shot. 6'10", every day, all day.
I don't care what they say. Size matters.
Oh, in this game, size is everything. A big man usually is going to win a battle against a good small man. Miami huddling up, talking over. We need to fix some things defensively.
And you see Khalil Turner, getting his boys together, trying to, batten down the hatches, get things straight in line. Miami down 20 points as they miss their first free throw.
Those are going to matter if this game ever gets close again. Free throws lead to wins. You can't convert on free throws. You're going to lose tight games. But I don't see this game being tight again. I'm going to be honest with you. 20-point lead with 9 minutes left, and the way that they are turning over the ball, Miami's this is getting out of hand.
Well, nowadays, tight is hard to come by. Nice pass over to Smith for a jumper in the corner. Rebounded by Couliban.
One dribble pull-up jumper.
Here's the 5'9" guard, Horton. One-on-one with Byron Smith. Tallahassee's been playing man defense all game long.
You really saw Byron Smith get up into his defender there. He guarded him almost the full length of the court until that foul was called.
Full court press. I mean, it's like we're on the basketball court after school. It's pretty fun to see, Greg.
You see all smiles by Byron Smith and his teammates. You look at Miami, no smiles at all.
No, Miami's fighting for their life right now. You can see the desperation on their face. Came into this tournament at 2-0 unbeaten, and now they're in danger of losing their second game straight. Khalil Turner, third chance at the line today, and that is his fourth miss. And here's Chris Hampton with it. Now Miami responding with some man defense of their own. Hampton inside. Nice pass out to Cole.
Back
Uses
to
his
the
size. And a nice rebound from Turner. Here comes Turner. Mask up this time. Over to Corey. Corey. Horton from deep. And he airballs it.
He took that, Scott, with about 2 to 3 steps behind the line.
At this point, you know, desperate times call for desperate measures.
I understand that, but sometimes you got to know your limitations. See a full court press by Miami right now.
Desperate to get that ball back. They do. Sanchez recovers.
Well,
Here
that
comes
press was
Miami on
working.
a fast break. Sanchez inside, all by himself. And he gets a basket.
Yeah, that full court press is definitely seeming to work. They just caused a turnover, and they just ran it for the second straight possession, and Tallahassee immediately called a turnover. We cannot afford to lose the ball that many times in a row and continue that and keep this lead.
7 minutes and 54 seconds left here in the second half. Tallahassee leads us 156-38. We're live here from Titan Fieldhouse at Eastern Florida State College, and if you're looking for an outstanding educational opportunity, you might want to consider Eastern Florida State College. Students benefit from a small class size, personalized instruction, and there are 60 new programs including bachelor degrees, associate degrees, and all that jazz. Here in Melbourne, it's the place to be.
If I'm Miami right now, I'm going to continue exactly what I just did. I'm pressuring Tallahassee every possession because every shot matters right now. Down 18 with little less than 8 minutes, you cannot afford to give up easy shots. Play hard, full noise press coverage.
What you really got to be careful for is that you really don't want Tallahassee to drain that clock. You want to force them to take shots that they're not going to make and get the rebound. That's the key.
Like you said, Scott, force them to take shots, but not open shots.
Pass across coast to coast. East to west pass for Tallahassee.
That's the second time Khalil Turner has drawn a charge.
Nice job. He knows what to do to attract.
Not many people are down to just take hits in the chest like that. I respect it.
Anything to try to come back in this game. He pulls down his mask, and here he comes. Horton. Up court he goes. As the Tallahassee Eagles are trying to rally their boys together to play some defense. Inside, Ivakovic.
Again with the Khalil Turner drive to the rim and kick, finding open teammate for the score.
And we see another stoppage here. 7 minutes to go. Miami-Dade trying to get some momentum. They trail by 16 here. Seems like Tallahassee is trying to do whatever they can to stop the momentum.
Khalil Turner hasn't had an amazing game himself offensively, but he's found a lot of open teammates getting his team good looks.
Here comes Tallahassee. Miami with that defense. They get the tip. Corey on the fast break over to Sanchez. Inside he goes. Ivakovic. And it's rejected by Cole.
Like you said, Scott, size matters. 6'10", a roll.
A roll Cole from South Sudan, making his presence known. There's a reason why they put him in the second half, trying to stop the bleeding.
The rule's calling for it in the post.
Caleb Wallace for three, off the mark, rebounded. Here's Sanchez. Alex Sanchez from Barcelona, Spain. Over to his teammate Khalil Turner. Ivakovic to the corner, finds Horton. Inside, Corey drains it. And now Miami-Dade's on a run, 2 for 2.
Finally, a three goes for Miami-Dade. It took almost 10 minutes. Kick ball, Khalil Turner.
Kickball violation for Khalil Turner. For a second, I thought it would have been on number 12, Chris Hampton. Referee has a better eye than I do, though. So. Fun back-to-back possessions offensively for Miami-Dade.
Bro, the pressure has really picked up for Miami defensively right now.
And now Tallahassee's taking their time. 6 minutes and ticking in this game. And there's a wide open shot for Byron Smith and it's rebounded by Miami-Dade, but intercepted by Cole, and he's able to get some points of his own.
Another offensive putback by Arul.
Alex Sanchez had the ball, intended to pass it over to Turner, but instead it winded up in the hands of Cole. Here's Sanchez inside, pass to Ivakovic. Turner for three, drains it from deep.
That's Turner's first 3 of the night. He's hitting them when they need him.
Whistle blown.
It's a turnover. It's Miami's ball.
And now Miami-Dade's getting the ball back. 58-46 we go.
They were just down 21 a couple minutes ago. They could cut it to 10.
Miami able to cut it to 12. Here comes Horton. 5:17 on the clock. Second half to play. Here's Sanchez. Turner inside. Here he comes with authority, but not enough.
Man, with bunnies like that, do not stop for a jump shot. Attack the basket every time.
And hey, Khalil Turner majoring in criminology. He's still in college, so he might have gone with authority, but not enough yet.
That's the second time Khalil's gone up tonight with authority, but he did not convert.
He's still learning in college, you know. The way it is. Got to learn some tricks.
Attacking the basket always gives you... Oh, missed the free throw. But going attacking the basket always gives you free throws.
Turner's had his troubles from the free throw line today. Under 50%. Not what we're used to seeing from the line.
A man that's 75% usually having an off night tonight converts in the second one.
5:06 to play. 58-47 contest. Here from the Titan Fieldhouse in Melbourne, Florida, it's the JUCO Shootout. Chris Hampton for Tallahassee with it. Smith. Guarded by Alex Sanchez.
Alex Sanchez is not that tall, but he really gets into him.
Smith. Inside he goes. And wide open in the corner. No good. Ball rebounded by Cole. Can't get the putback. Second try we go. No, and rebounded by Ivakovic of Miami-Dade. Takes his time.
Miami just gave up 3 straight offensive rebounds. Luckily, Tallahassee didn't convert on any of them. But you're down 11, you can't afford to give up rebounds.
Tallahassee is making some mistakes here, and that's why this contest is kind of getting a lot closer than we all thought it would. You know, about 5 minutes ago, it was a 20-point game. Now the lead is 58-47. 11 points.
Miami right now, they score, this lead is cut to single digits. And like you said, Scott, from a 20-point deficit to down by only single digits in a matter of minutes, that shows heart, determination, and drive not to give up. Because you see many teams, you go down that much in the second half of a game, I'll mail it in.
That's what you want to see. Coach George Fernandez, a lot different on the bench right now. See the man in all black walking to the seats. That's the Miami center, Marco Downer. He's out with an injury till January. He was a Sunshine State Conference Defensive Player of the Year at the University of Tampa. Huge loss, and that's why Miami's had to play small ball. The size advantage has clearly gone to Tallahassee.
Downer would have made a big presence, like you said, Defensive Player of the Year from stopping Tallahassee converting at the rim.
Important possession for Miami-Dade. Chance to cut the lead to single digits. Ball batted and out of bounds. They call it out on Tallahassee. Ivakovic. Kicks to Horton. Takes his time. Turner. Trying to find a way to score here. Inside we go, off the forearm of Cole, and he's able to get the interception.
Khalil has had to touch every offensive possession this half. They are really going through him.
He's the best player. He wants the ball in his hands in big moments. Byron Smith loses it, and Miami able to get the recovery. There's Corey. Back to Horton. Matthew Corey over to Alex Sanchez. Miami at that three-point line. Inside they go. Here's Turner now.
It was almost a back court if that ball would have slipped out of his hands.
Deep three from Turner, and no good. 3 minutes and change.
That three would have been huge if Turner would have hit that. Be down 8 instead of 11.
Just about 3 minutes left here in the second half of play. Miami-Dade trails this one 58-47. Tallahassee with the lead. They haven't scored in the last 4 minutes.
That's back-to-back possessions. Byron Smith fumbled the ball. Luckily, he didn't turn it over that time. But he needs to get better with his ball handling because turnovers right now, if you continuously give it up, you're going to allow Miami to get back in this game.
It's definitely trending that way, Greg. The Sharks have finally stuck their fins out in the ocean. It's about time.
The Sharks are going hunting. They're playing hard, and they're trying to eat.
They smell blood. Here's Tallahassee, controlling the tempo. Chandler Mack, inside, up and over. And there's Corey with the rebound. And now they touch to Turner. Turner takes his time. To Ivakovic inside, rejected.
Oh, my goodness. Michael Eisler with the left-handed rejection?
Not today, folks. And there, Hampton inside. Eisler. All by himself.
That's what I'm talking about, Scott. He had a three, but did not settle, drove to the rim, and finished with his left hand.
The first basket scored by the Eagles in the last 4 minutes, and it comes at a crucial time. 2 minutes and ticking here. They lead by 13, and Turner makes it, but I think the whistle was blown right before it.
Foul at number 3.
Foul that time went to Chandler Mack of Tallahassee. And they're going to bring Khalil Turner to the free throw line once more. Smart move to foul him. He's had his struggles today.
I think Khalil Turner, right now, you're going to see him make both of these. He knows these are crucial free throws. We're down 13 with 2 minutes left. These are the shots that you need to put in and ooh. Substitution?
Ivakovic coming off the court.
He just got even smaller. And number 33 for Tallahassee, O'Rourke has been dominating all the offensive rebounds.
And for the first time today, Turner makes both of his free throws. Miami settling for some small ball here. They got their best shooters on the court, subbed out the big man Ivakovic. We see another timeout here. 1:56 on the clock. Miami-Dade down by 11.
Coach Fernandez from Miami clearly needs to settle his guys in and make it clear 2 minutes left in this game, a little under 2, down 11. We're going to have to get our offensive sets right. Do not play sloppy, and allowing anything in the paint is unacceptable. We can live with Tallahassee making jump shots, but allowing shots at the rim, no. Make it hard, play tough.
And while we do have a break, a quick disclaimer. Tonight's telecast of the Florida JUCO Shootout from Titan Fieldhouse in Melbourne, Florida, is a presentation of EFSC Sports. Any rebroadcast or other use of the telecast without the expressed written consent of EFSC Sports is prohibited. Last time I have to do that today. But seriously, don't break the law. And here we go, getting ready. 1:56 left on the clock. 60-49. Huge possession coming up for both sides.
It's time to see if Miami has one final push left in them. Down 11, will they have a little bit of fight left before they concede defeat?
Tallahassee Community College. trying to protect a lead that was once at 20 points. Now they're taking their time, draining clock. Horton, undersized, and you saw it there.
We have a reach-in foul, number 15 of
Matthew Corey with a reach-in foul, and can't really blame him. Desperate times, desperate measures, Greg.
Yeah, but at the same time, you allow Tallahassee to get easy point to the line. You can't afford to give up points at this moment in time.
He's like mashing the square button on 2K. But missed free throw, and there's DeMonte Brown with a rebound, who digs it out to Turner. Khalil Turner inside. Pass out to the corner. Anthony Davis to Horton. There's Brown. Gets the bucket, and the lead is under 10 points at 9.
This is only a 3-possession game.
A minute, 20 seconds left. Tallahassee is now on their heels. Miami-Dade on the sideline, trying to call for the defense to step up. Can they? Here's a shot. On the miss. Rebounded by a roll call. And the size prevails once again.
That's
with
the problem, Scott, with playing small ball. They've allowed offensive rebounds 3 different times by Rule Cole. This kid has grabbed 3 offensive rebounds for 3 straight putbacks. There's no one on Miami that can match up with this man.
At all, Greg, and there's a reason why a guy like a Rule Cole is a specialty guy. You know, second half protecting leads. You know, he doesn't have the stamina to compete for a solid straight 20 minutes, but he's really played his role perfectly. Everyone's got to do their job, and that's what Tallahassee's been doing.
Playing small allows you to play fast, get to the rim, but you're going to give up offensive and defensive rebounds. They need Marco Downer.
And now with a minute, 3 seconds, we're back out to an 11-point game. Miami-Dade trying to come out here. Matthew Corey in the corner for 3. No good, a little too long. Rebounded by the Sharks. Inside, Davis. Can't get the bucket, but once again under the rebound, DeMonte Brown able to put it back, and we're back at a 9-point contest. 42 seconds on the clock, and you can see it. Desperation on the faces of the Sharks while they're on defense. Tallahassee trying to control things.
The Eagles are just going to try to waste clock right now.
Inside. Here's Miami with the rebound. 22 seconds now. Here comes Horton up court.
They have to score, Scott.
Here's Davis. Now to Horton inside. Joseph rejected by Cole. No good. 10. 9 seconds left. Inside. And Tallahassee is going to put it away with a slam dunk from a roll Cole. 3, 2, 1. And that does it for Miami-Dade on day number 2 of the Florida JUCO Shootout. Tallahassee walks away with the victory, 65-53.
Well, that was just a cherry on top, Scott. That putback dunk by Rule was not needed, but I'd like to see it.
Quite the comeback attempt from the Miami-Dade Sharks. At one point in the second half, it was a 20-point affair. Cut the lead down to 9, but in the end, size matters, Greg.
And I like that you brought up the deficit. Even though Miami lost tonight, the fight they showed being down 20 and cutting it to a single digit really showed they will never give up regardless of the score differential.
And the Tallahassee Community College Eagles will leave the Florida JUCO Shootout at 1-1 with a victory over Dade. For the Sharks, they'll head back down south to Dade County, 0-2, and back to 2-2 at an even 500 on the year. Thank you for tuning in for game number 1 here at the Florida JUCO Shootout from the Titan Fieldhouse. It was a great time. For Scott Kirk and my partner Greg Hughes, Tallahassee wins this one, 65-53. This is the Florida JUCO Shootout.